Alright, how are you all doing today? Okay, here we go. Thank you for waiting. So if this is your first time here, my name is Emia Hilson. I am actually a stock investor. So I invest in companies that I feel like have great potential in the future. And Skillz, like the title says today, Skillz is one of my investments as well. So if you are in today's stream, whether you're an investor or not, I hope you all can learn something from this meeting, because I feel like it's very important in a way for everyone to learn something, whether if it's interesting or not. It's something important, then you should really learn about it. So yeah, for those of you that are here today, how many of you are an investor in Skillz and know what Skillz is? Yeah, anybody know? I mean, you can I will show you guys what exactly it is. So yeah, here we go. So Skillz is basically a mobile gaming company. They develop mobile games and apps, and that's what it is. They want to create a secure, competitive gaming environment for their games. And because I view gaming as a very, very big potential in the future, that's why I feel like this is one of my investments in the mobile gaming industry. Okay, so let me take a look at the Skillz. There we go, Skillz. So I'm gonna send you guys one of my forecasts that I have for this quarter, and you guys can all take a look at it. All right, and yeah, so that's what this gaming company is about. You have mobile gaming company. They try to develop apps and they try to make it secured and competitive. All that is because we know console gaming is huge. It's gonna become even more huge, and like I said, the coronavirus has helped out a lot of gaming, the entire gaming world in a way, accelerate its growth, right? You talk about console gaming, mobile gaming, as well as so there's mobile gaming, okay, computer gaming as well. Forgot about computer. So computer gaming as well. So all that huge. So that's one of my big nice investments in gaming as well, besides Corsair. Okay, next let's take a look at some of the numbers that I have for this company. So one number that I have, it's their revenue and their monthly active users, and as well as their paying monthly active users. So what I have for them to hit in the second quarter is 88 million. Okay, 88 million for revenue. At a loss, it's hard to calculate net income, but I know it's definitely they're gonna be unprofitable for a couple of years at least. I have them losing about 45 million this quarter. Their monthly active users are actually a pretty important number. Hello Joshua, hey, welcome in. Hope you learned something from this video again. It's another company, but this time it's called Skillz. Skillz with a Z, alright? Yeah, so this is a mobile gaming company. They develop apps for mobile gaming. Okay, next one. Besides monthly active users, which is a very important measurement of this company's growth, you also have average revenue that each monthly active user pays to play the game. And the first quarter was about $10.35 for each user. I think there's gonna be a nice growth, probably up to $11. That might be really modest, honestly. And now when we get to the next metrics, paying monthly active users, they have about 467,000 last quarter, and I think this number needs to increase quarter over quarter in order to really see that growth in the company and how it's doing in terms of its profit. Not just profit, but its growth, in terms of the market itself. Like, is people continuing on to play games? and what are their gaming habits like. I put that as a 500,000 growth this quarter, so it's like almost 5 to 10% growth, which is pretty conservative in a way, and I feel like they should be able to hit. And as you can see, their average revenue per paying user, $60 for each paying user that each one pays about. And I have a feeling they're gonna pay a little bit more this quarter as well. Their sticky customer base, and I think they are going to continue on to increase that amount of average paying revenue. Okay, so yeah, Joshua, sorry for being late. I was shoe shopping. My old shoes were getting old. Sweet. What type of shoes were you looking for? Are you looking for running shoes? Like, what kind of shoes? Casual shoes, dress shoes? What type of shoes were you looking for? And where did you go buy your shoe? I'd love to hear that as well. Okay, next one. We're gonna look at its stock move today. So it dropped about 4% today, and that's probably people selling out because they feel like it's not going to be a great report. And now it's extended hours, it's down only 3%. So it seems like it's not that optimistic. But let's see what the analysts have to say. What do they predict? They predict this earnings to be losing about 10 cents. Okay. So obviously profitable. Nobody believes they could be profitable yet. Not even close. But it depends on how much they lose in terms of profit. Average estimated revenue is about 88 million. Okay, 88 million is a pretty decent number because they made about 83.7 last quarter, so that's like 5% growth. The highest they have is 92.8 million. That's about 10% growth quarter over quarter. Okay, so let's see how close am I for my numbers. Okay, and let's see what management has to say about guidance as well. Okay, I got Nike running shoes at Sports Check. Nike is always definitely one of the top brands, even though there's a lot of issues with the cotton as well, but it's a great quality one, and you can definitely use for like 3 to 5 years. Honestly, depends how much you use it, right? And Sports Check, yep, I know Sports Check. It's a pretty decent place to buy shoes. They do have some clearance sales at times, so it's good to find deals at those as well. Like sometimes I buy some of my shoes and clothing when it's clearance, when it's like 30 to 50% off. Yeah, I like buying cheap things, if you didn't know. Alright, and other than that, let's get started. We're gonna get started. It's just really warm today. Oh my gosh. And I need to cut my hair. Look at that. My hair is like quite long, but it doesn't look good. I mean, it's just because I haven't styled my hair. But if I do style my hair with long hair, it's not too bad. But I'm just too lazy. Okay, here we go. Let's see what management has to say. Whew. And let's add some music to it, because I think having music, it just helps. Yeah? Right? Music. Let's go with some Diamond and Pearl Jubilife City. Okay, here we go. Skillz records Q2 revenue and updates 2021 guidance. Headline: 22nd consecutive quarter of growth. Okay. Company completes Arky accusation and investment in Exit Games in July. Yes, because recently they did buy out Arky, and what it is basically a type of another gaming multiplayer platform, and that exposes Skillz, the company, to even more clients and customers. And let's see what Skillz has to do about that. What do they have plans for all that? And look, they just did this yesterday. They formed a strategic partnership with Exit Games developer of the world's most advanced synchronous multiplayer gaming technology. So as you can see, they're doing something with the money. They're trying to really improve their growth and get people into a system, an ecosystem of gaming, not just on PC, but also on not just PC, but mobile gaming on your phone. Hello, MD Alley. The stock is being sold off. Ooh, yes, we'll see why, and I'm here to figure out exactly what's going on. Okay, Skillz is pleased to report strong revenue growth for the 22nd consecutive quarter and closing of our acquisition in Archie, which will increase the efficiency of our user acquisition spend. So remember, Skillz, they spend a lot of marketing money in order to acquire users, right? And that's what Archie is. You know, it's another marketing expense, but it depends on, you know, how efficiently this acquisition is. Like, is it worth spending in order to get a lot of customers? We'll find out. Andrew Paradise, the CEO of Skillz, said, "Together with our partners, we continue to accelerate our vision of connecting the world through the power of competition." The power of competition games as well, right? Because as you can see, this is a new lifestyle for a lot of people, right? They add this into the lifestyle where they play games in a way, and we'll see what they did. Revenue grew to $89.5 million during the second quarter, up 52% year over year. Gross profit grew to $85.1 million, that's up 52% as well. Okay, the gross margin still 95%. Net loss increased to $79.6 million during the second quarter, compared with $20 million in the prior year. What I like to focus on is the main things I like to talk about. So the gross marketplace volume grew to 608.5 million during the second quarter, up 47% year over year. What gross marketplace volume is basically how much money all the users have spent combined, and it feels like it's more than what it is than last year. 608 million. And MD Alley, are you currently invested into this stock? Who is currently invested in this stock, or was, or thinking about it? Cash on hand, they have about 692 million and no debt. Always good to see when a company has lots of cash and no debt. But we're gonna get into the deeper parts of this. Specifically, Archie and what they're gonna do about it. Okay, a growing demand side platform with more than 465 million monthly users. They got a data engine and algorithms that deliver ROI, rate of investments, to its advertiser customers. Archie helps Skillz by combining the monetization with advanced user acquisition capabilities. What it means is that, okay, we'll just continue to read it first. Okay, formed a strategic alliance with Exit Games, a private German company whose advanced technology allows developers to create and host real-time multiplayer games. Skillz' 50 million investment in a minority position in this company will give them permanent access to its technology to power its esports tournament and platform exclusively, as well as dramatically accelerate the development of multiplayer content on the Skillz platform. So, reading all that might sound complicated, but let me try to explain simply what it means. First off, Archie. They want to use Archie as a platform for marketing, in a way to understand their monthly users and try to get Archie's monthly users to be using Skillz as well. Okay? Because they do spend a lot of money on marketing, right? And that's another one of their marketing expenses, right? Archie. They also want to use, Archie's algorithms and advertisement data in order to see how they can receive more customers, right? Remember what I talked about? Monthly active customers? How are they going to increase that user amount? Because if they don't, that's a big hit to the company, okay? And that's what they need in order to this company to grow year over year. Next, their investment in Exit Games allows them to create, I guess, a more efficient platform in terms of playing live games, okay? And that will help in the esports tournament as well. Because esports is all about live games, right? Live game technology. So that technology will help out its building for Skillz platform. Number 3, what are they going to do with the NFL, the National Football League? They're starting off the developer challenge to identify new mobile games. Hundreds of game proposals were submitted, and in collaboration with NFL, Skillz reviewed the concepts and selected 14 semi-finalists who will move on to the next development stage. Remember that. That's pretty big, right? A big partnership with the National Football League, and having that partnership in a way also is a marketing technique, right? It exposes it shows the company to a lot of people that we have competitive games and you can all check it out, right? That's how you get your name much more, I guess, well known not just in North America but worldwide. And lastly, they launched the big buck hunter game, Marksman, successfully advancing the mobile version of the arcade game through the first phase of skill testing. Continues to work and optimize its performance. Okay, so yeah, this big buck hunter game is pretty popular, I think, on the App Store. If you go to App Annie, you can search it up. Big buck hunter. This one. Marksman. This one. So, wow, that's a lot of nice ratings so far. And you can check out its app rank history in a way, you know, its popularity as well on App Annie. It's very, very useful, especially if you're looking at different apps, app data as well. Okay, what does management have to say about this year's guidance? They're gonna update it from $375 million to 376. What? That's only a $1 million difference. Oh, plus 13 million revenue contributions from the business combinations with Archie, resulting in combined 2021 revenue of about 389 million. Okay, so you add up Archie's business combination contribution, you get about 389 million. And that's compared to year over year. So 376 million, now it's gonna be 389, and that's not factoring in Archie, I remember. So it's still a okay guidance growth. It's not like huge or anything, or it's not, I guess it doesn't really have to be announced because it's something really small in a way. Okay, and that's really about it, is there? Let's look at the revenue, costs. Okay, cost of revenue. I remember their gross profit is really huge, right? It's 95%, but their sales and marketing is what is massive. They spent a lot of money on sales and marketing. $99,000. Ooh, that's big. That's a big amount. And you'll see later on how they're able to lower this cost if they have Archie. You know, having Archie might, you know, help them lower the marketing costs in a way, because Archie is a type of marketing platform as well. And besides looking at that, you want to look at net income. That's a net loss of 79 million. Pretty big as well. Loss before income taxes, that. Okay, so the net loss is about 0.21, and that's even worse than what estimates have predicted. So that's not good. That's not good. That's probably why the stock even is lower than before, which makes sense. But let's get to the most important part. Their monthly active users and all. That's what it is. I want to see that growth. I'm expecting that growth as well. Cash. Okay, you know you have a lot of cash. You don't have any debt. That's great. Perfect. Nothing much to really talk more about. Just seeing how you can use the cash on hand. Here we go. Operating activities. Okay, how much cash on hand? You obviously don't have cash on hand because you didn't earn a profit this season. Monthly active users. Oh wow. Monthly active users is 2.4 million. That's was that a drop? 2.7 in the first quarter, and now they have, wow, so it's a drop. Actually, it's a pretty big drop. Not big drop, but like a minor drop. Average revenue per user, that increased by a few dollars. $2. Okay, not too bad. So there's lesser monthly active users, but there's more, what's that called? More people spending money on average. Now, this is very important. Paying monthly active users, because that's how most of their business are, right? 0.46. 0.46 is 460,000. I have a 500,000. So that actually dropped as well. So what's the trend then? Is it because there's not enough gamers this season in a way? Are they going out as well? That I gotta figure out. Their average revenue per paying users is a little bit higher. About the same compared to year over year. I was expecting a little bit higher, but okay. But I need to go on the earnings call and see what's up with their monthly active users and their paying monthly active users. What kind of trends are they seeing before I really consider selling out of this? Right, because you need good reasons to sell out of a company, right? Good reasons to buy or sell. Gross marketplace volume, how much they spend in total? 609 million. So monthly active average revenue per paying user is a little bit less year over year, but a little bit higher quarter over quarter. Their average revenue per user, just entirely all their monthly active users, it's pretty high compared to year over year. That's actually a pretty good bright spot in a way. Okay, so that's about it. And what do I think about this report card? I give it a little bit as C+ as well. I was actually expecting, so the good part, nice revenue beat. I like the revenue beat. It surpassed my expectations as well. Actually, average estimate is about 88.2. They delivered with, just making sure, 89.4. So nice beat. Revenue loss is net loss was pretty big because of the marketing as well. And a bit disappointed with their monthly active users and their paying monthly active users growth. Instead of growth or flat, it actually decreased, so deceleration. And I'd like to hear about management and what they have to say about that. Other than that, their average revenue per user is nice. It's a good increase quarter over quarter, as well as their average paying user revenue is also an increase here. So just a minor improvement. So all that makes it about C+. It's nothing spectacular. It's kind of, would you say like it's a decent report? Yes, it's a decent report. There's good and bad. Equal amount of good and bad. So making a C+. Anyways, I gotta go on the earnings call and see what viewers have. No, actually, before I go on an earnings call, can we see what people are talking about? Let's see. So this guy says report quarter. Okay, so there's their number. People like that. Q2 looks pretty good. I love the parts, no debt in this amount in cash. For the people who are surprised by the losses, remember, Skillz buying Arky and the maths is spent on marketing. Yeah, so you want to see over time how this acquisition can help them in the following quarters, right? In the rest of the year, how it helps them. Yes, they need to control their losses. Yeah, they need to control their losses, definitely. It's a pretty huge loss. But that's, like I said, the marketing loss. New Investors 2021 edition. I'm a long-term investor, but I check Skillz every day. Why isn't this always going up? It's been 3 days. I'm selling my shares. I give up. I bought at 14 and sold at 14.05. 40% of my earnings are going to the tax, man. I'm an expert day trader now. Good luck, fellow Elons. I'll be buy back at $14. You don't need to. It's even cheaper than $14. $13.20. You can buy it in for cheaper too. So yeah, what am I doing with my shares? Am I buying, selling, holding? My average cost is about $14, so if it drops until like $12, I'm gonna buy a little bit more. I think it's a nice point to buy. Obviously, I have to have the belief that this company is going to improve with the revenue user base. All right, you know, improve the user growth and revenue growth from those users. I honestly don't agree it's pretty damn good. I think it's decent. Is it good? It's okay, but not good. But nowhere near spectacular in a way. So what does this person say? It's a long run winner, but yes, the valuation was a bit on the higher side. That's why you see this company was like 6 months ago, $40-something is outrageous. That doesn't make sense at all. Okay, and this is more of a fair valuation or even affordable valuation. At 350 million annual revenue, they were valued at 5 billion plus, which is 14 times revenue multiple. But look at that massive 95% margin, 50% growth year over year, and most importantly, know how the management is putting together the small pieces with accusations, like their supply side ad plus multiplayer game. So their accusation of Arky and as well as exit games. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna honestly, like, what am I going to do? I'm obviously waiting. If it drops lower, I'll buy a little bit more. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I believe their earnings call is quite soon as well. But so far, it's okay. It's a decent earnings report. But half is finished. The other half is in the earnings call. And when's that happening? Earnings call is not yet, right? Oh, a live question will happen at 2:30. 2:30. So it's happening now then. Oh, are we gonna listen in? Shall we listen in? But nah, I'll do that on my own time. There's a lot more things to do. But anyways, thank you very much for joining in today. Another report. That's 2 today already, and there's plenty more coming. So thank you very much for just helping me and joining me in today. And I'm glad to see you all very, very soon, okay? The next one should be tomorrow with Revolve, one of my favorite companies.